What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another Teen Mom 2 recap, which aired on Monday, April 15th on MTV. So it's Isaac's birthday, and Kel has invited Joe over for cake and ice cream after Isaac makes it home from school. So Joe and V, in the meantime, are making fun at the fact that Kel brought Chris along for support when they all met up about the child support issue, and how Chris was agreeing pretty much with everything Joe had to say. And they were like, what was the point of bringing him if he's only going to be on Joe's side? So Kel clarified everything that happened on last week's episode about her and Joe, and she said that they not beefing no more. They made up. They came to an agreement. I guess she's going to give him the $6,000 payment and then just kind of help him along the way with any other expenses that he may need help with. So in other words, he won't be on like child support payments. He'll just ask her for help whenever he needs it. So that's good, and I'm glad that's over with, and they came to, like an agreement quickly. So Brianna met with Shirley. I think they're having like smoothies or whatever, or for lunch, just to catch her up on meeting with Louis since he moved back to Florida. And the same old, she's just telling Shirley how Louis and Stella's interaction was, and how she just kind of didn't want to be bothered with him until she loosened up when he came out of the house and stuff like that. And how he's not working but got a car and all that kind of stuff. Same old. So she mentions that she's expecting to have fun when she meet with John in New York. It's his birthday weekend or whatever, and she want to throw him a surprise birthday party. She also says that Nova will be with Devon, and she's expecting him to take care of Nova the way she does. And I'm like, well, what you think he's going to do with her? I mean, stop. It's like she have a lot of doubts. Maybe if she would think highly or think a little more positive about him and his daughter, maybe it will, get a little better. If you always have negative thoughts about somebody, it's probably gonna always be a negative outcome. So Leah and her sister are together, and she went over to visit them and her baby niece. And I almost forgot that Leah had a sister, because the only other sister they usually show is Brittany. And suddenly Leah has baby fever, and she's thinking about having another baby in the future. She said she don't know if it's going to be with John. It might be with John depending on the relationship, in the future. So Chelsea and Cole have partnered with a diaper bag company as a new business venture. And the diaper bags are based on, it's kind of based on things that, I don't know, that represents Chelsea, like her red hair. Like the diaper bags, I think they're going to be leather, and they're going to come in the colors red, green, and black. And so she just met with the people, and during the meeting, they was just kind of giving her design ideas. And I'm excited for them. I hope it works out for them. So Janelle says she's been staying away from social media since trouble always seems to follow her and David. And then they show this tweet where she mentions she will not be attending any Teen Mom reunions. And I'm like, okay, girl, bye. She claims that she's annoyed with the tabloids and everybody reaching out to her and questioning her about all the chaotic events happening in and around her life. And she's just done with social media. She claimed that she's just focusing on her life now, and she's unconcerned with rumors. So Brianna has made it to New York to spend time with her boo for his birthday. And I think his name is John. Like, are there two Johns on the show? I apologize if I got their names mixed up or got one of them name wrong. So in the meantime, Leah met with her doctor to discuss birth control options. Now, she's been using, I think, the IDU all these things are new to me. Because back in the days when I was using birth control, I was using the birth control pill and that's it. And then I had got like a shot that lasts for so long. And that made me sick. And then I just went with nothing. And I'm celibate now. I don't even worry about birth control. But anyway, too much information. But yeah, she used to go with a different birth control method for a long time, but I think it's no longer available. I think they took that off the market. And so the doctor introduced her to something called a NuvaRing. I'm telling y'all, all this is new to me. And she's not really that fond of that. She's like, okay, so she's going to think about that. Anyway, at Isaac's birthday party, Kel and Joe, they kind of reminisce on Isaac's birth and how excited Joe was that when he came out and seen the sex of him, he was like, it's a boy. And Kel said, that's like the only thing I remembered after she had pushed the baby out, that's what he screamed. But I think she had a C-section. I don't know. I forgot. So, anyway, but it's good to see them, both of them, this way and just kind of enjoying the moment. So Chelsea brings Aubrey and her mom along for the second business meeting to talk about design ideas for the bags. They even had a few inputs from Aubrey. Barbara and Janelle are shopping, and it's good to see them in a peaceful place. I'm even beginning to think that it's real. They bought like red wine, and so they back at the house chilling and drinking and toasting and just having fun. Just the two of them having fun. But I'm like, Barbara seems like she had already had a few drinks like off camera. Because she was just a little bit out there. So Brittany joins Janelle's live. And Barbara is lit and like over with at this point. So Brittany mentions, yeah, girl, we need to like, next time we link up, we need to go out and go do something. And Barbara jumps in the conversation, like just, I'm telling you, she was on one. She jumped in the conversations way too excited just to be a part of like social media. Because Janelle just had kind of showed her how it works. Only thing Janelle left out is like, don't mention nobody's name. Don't say nothing out of the way because we got thousands of people watching. So Janelle left that part out. And Barbara was like, yeah, so we could go find Kel and kill Kel. I'm like, oh my God. This is the only time I could honestly say, poor Janelle. Because I could imagine how embarrassed she was. And it seems like, I don't know, she didn't know what else to say. Brittany was dying laughing. So at this point, I think Brittany got off the live. Janelle was still on the live. Janelle was slurred. Her speech was slurred. She was trying to explain that they might be in trouble for what Barbara said because the phone rung and it was the producer, Kristen. So when Kristen called, immediately after that happened, which makes me think that Kel probably was already on Janelle live, probably on another page. I don't know. But anyway, it's funny that she called them like right after that was said on live. Or either somebody was watching it and told Janelle. Because she found out, somebody was watching it and told Kel. She found out kind of quick about that. And they already know what's to happen. So Janelle, she's just drunk. And like, she couldn't even get her words all right. The way she was slurring. She was trying to say, I think we're in trouble because they say we say something bad on live. Oh, she was just a mess. So Leah mentions that her uterus is shaped like a heart. And that's why she can't go with the old birth control method she used to use. She was like, and that's why I'm so full of love. And I'm like, that's so corny. But anyway, sweet. She said the doctor advised her to go with the NuvaRing. So, co-producer Kristen has made it over to Kel's house to talk to her about Janelle's live. And she claimed that Kel mentioned that somebody sent her a screen recording of Barbara saying kill Kel. I'm like, yeah, either that or you was watching it from another page or whatever. You found that out like too quick. So she says she's not expecting an apology from Barbara. At this point, it is what it is. She's just decided to disassociate herself with all of them. In the meantime, John and Brianna are out to dinner before his surprise birthday party. And their body language is kind of awkward to me. I just don't see them being like a match. I mean, it seems like he's a nice guy and everything, but Brianna just seemed too needy. It's like what her type is the kind of guys who lack so much. I don't know. It's like she got to push them too much to be a man. Like she got to build a man out of every guy who she's with. And she should be in a place where she just want to be single for a while and focus on her and her kids. I just hate that she leaves her kids to go be with a man. I don't like that. It makes her, it just don't look good. It don't look good for to be a mother. And it just don't. I mean, see him when he comes to town, but don't leave town to go and be with a man. That's just something that I just don't agree with. But anyway, he's curious about her mom, or either she just brought her mom up because she's ready for to take him to meet her. And she's kind of giving him the heads up on her mom is and stuff like that. But she was like, but you'll be okay. So Barbara claims that it was just a joke. And her and Janelle are just talking about how you got to be careful nowadays because people are so easily offended. And Barbara, she's going to stay on the defensive side. Like, just apologize to the girl and, don't keep on. It was just a joke. Get over it. Like, don't do that. You're going to make matters worse. Like, somebody like Kel, you got to know how to deal with her. Even if you don't really feel like that, just do it for the sake of, saving your job or whatever. Just tell the girl that you're sorry, you apologize. Had too much to drink, got a little carried away, but it was a joke and it was in bad taste and I apologize. And just let it go. But don't keep, being a defensive, especially over something like that. I mean, you did say, let's go hunt her down and kill her. Like, come on now. And then we know that it's been beef in the past with her daughter and Kel. Like, just chill out for a minute. Just gather your thoughts before you just, run your mouth and say things. But anyway, the two of them are just like dragging Kel, mentioning how she always want to call her shots on the show. She thinks she got that kind of power to get people kicked off the show. Janelle even mentioned that she wants to have her own show someday. And she was like, she's so stupid. And she was like, she always like to bring up David and he needs mental evaluation. I'm like, bitch, you need a mental evaluation. Like, girl. So anyway. So they just talking about Kel don't really have nothing to talk about on her podcast unless she's talking about Janelle and David. In other words, she's saying that, her show will be boring if she wasn't gossiping about other people's lives. And Kel, she does do that. She do. I've watched the thing like twice. And I'm not, because the same thing that she mentions on a podcast, you can already see it on YouTube videos or on, like on the Instagram live. Everything is already on social media. All we're doing is pretty much recapping it. We just reviewing what we've seen already. Everything is a rerun. So anyway, that pretty much concludes my recap for tonight's show. If you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And as always, I want to thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next week.